Hello guys, and welcome to my brand new video. Today we're going to talk about depression and my experiences with depression, and I'll give you some advice on how to cope up with depression. If you don't know it already, I was diagnosed with severe major depressive disorder with anxiety, and I've been undergoing therapy for months now, and that is why I think I need to share these things to you. These things are things that I've learned from my therapist and the friends that did not cease to support me when I was undergoing therapy. So here goes the top 5 advice that I'm giving to people who are suffering from depression. Number 5 is please do not despise yourself just because you have depression. Depression might be a part of you. Depression might be a part of your journey. Depression might be a part of your everyday life. There will be times that you don't have the energy to wake up in the morning. There will be times that you want to end your life already. But please remember that depression is not you. You are not your mental health disorder. You are not your illness. Depression is only a part of your journey. Eventually, it will leave you. But please remember that you are bigger than your depression. You have the power to eat your depression alive. Please do not give depression the power to eat you. Just please remember, you are not depression. You are not your illness. You are not your disorder. Number 4 is to choose to be happy. There are times that you will be asking yourself, is this ever gonna end? Am I gonna wake up tomorrow experiencing the same thing? But those moments, please choose to be positive. I know it's very hard for someone who is depressed to think positive because we always tend to think negatively about things, and those things result to negative emotions. I'm gonna share you something about my depression story. When I was handed the envelope that's saying that I have severe depression, one thing came to my mind. It's the end. Depression, I was expecting depression, but instead I had severe. It was a very negative time for me. I was thinking, I need to commit suicide already. The next time that I went to the therapist, she told me, why not think like this? Why not think that right now you know your illness? It already has a tag. So now we can deal with it. We know how to deal with it. We will now know how to cure it because we already know what it is. Why not try to think positively about it? Stop thinking about the negative parts of it, but rather think that right now you have the power to heal it because you already know what it is. And that, friends, is what we have to do when we have depression or when we are thinking negatively. We have to combat our own thoughts with positive thoughts because we tend to think negatively, and so we will be having negative emotions. The formula for this one is negative thoughts equals negative emotion. But why not try to have positive thoughts equals positive emotions? Number 3 is you have to be patient with yourself. We've all been there when you are having therapy, and then we're going to think that we are already okay. We're going to think that we are improving with our therapy, and then the next day we're going to have a breakdown. And then we're going to think that I'm back to zero. I'm never ever gonna get well again because I've been trying, I'm always failing. What's wrong with me? You have to be patient with yourself. This is something that my therapist is always telling me. I have to be patient with myself because I'm like a kindergarten learning how to write. I'm like a child learning how to walk. There will be times that I'll trip off. There will be times that I'm going to fall because I'm still a beginner. We're still learning how to cope up with depression. We're still learning how to cope up with sadness. And it's okay. You have to be patient with yourself. What's important is you rise again. Please do not believe that you're back to zero. You're not. You're making progress. Little progress is still progress. Don't give up. There's no one ever who tried something and became an expert on this. Even Kobe Perez was not an expert basketball player when he first tried to hold the ball. He was a beginner. And that's what we are also experiencing right now. We are beginners with our therapy. We are beginners on our sadness. So please be patient with yourself because you're still learning how to walk. You're still learning how to write. You have to cry it all out. There will be times that we want to suppress ourselves from crying. We want to prevent ourselves from breaking down. We want to distract ourselves so that we will not be sad again. But believe me that there are times that we need to cry it all out. Please do not prevent yourself from crying. If you want to cry, if you need to cry, just cry it all out. It does not mean that you are weak if you're crying. Cry until you don't have any tears anymore. A cloud that wants to rain, we have to rain it all out. And after the rain, it's already over. So please do not stop yourself from crying. It's a good thing that you're crying. It's a good thing that you're releasing your emotions. It's also the same with trying to express your feelings to your friends. You have to say it all out. Because even though the friend cannot help you with anything, even the friend cannot give you a good advice, it's still catharsis that you are able to say it to other people, and I think it's already part of healing. Number one is self-love first. It all boils down to one point. You need to love yourself. You have to make yourself realize that you are important, that you have worth. So go out, have a date with yourself, have coffee with yourself, take longer baths, pamper yourself, do everything that will make you happy, because yourself is very much more important than anything else in the world. Self-love is not selfish. It's actually a very important type of love. Loving yourself is very important because you cannot give to others what you do not have. You cannot say that you love others if you do not love yourself first. I realize and I believe that our love for others must be a surplus of the overflowing love that we are experiencing from ourselves. Self-love is important because if you love yourself too much, you will have the confidence to get away from things that are not bringing you happiness. You will have the confidence to walk away from things that are bringing you distress. You will have the power to tell yourself that I love myself even if you don't love me. I should not depend my love on other people because I love myself too much. And that, I think, is very important. That is something that expedited my way out of depression. That I do not need to depend my happiness on other people. I need not to listen to what other people are saying to me negatively. Because after all, I have myself to love. I have myself to love myself. And that, I think, is enough. Alright, so that's it for the 5 things that I want to share with people who are experiencing depression. The bigger thing here is you have to believe that there is help out there. There are people who are very much willing to help you. Please reach out to handle those people. If you're feeling depressed, please reach out for a therapist. Call 911. Call your friends if you have them. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already. Comment down below if you want to share things. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, I'd like to listen to what you have to say. And please do me a favor to share this with your friends who you think are suicidal, who you think are depressed, or who you think are sad and needs to have affirmation. Please also follow me on my social media accounts. The links are below, so that if you want to share things, if you're suicidal, just hit me on my DMs. I'll be very much happy to respond to you. But until then, I'll see you next video. Goodbye!